Good morning. Or good evening then. Come on. Here it is me again. If I'm not wearing anybody out, feel free to keep watching. Yes. Hang on, I'll flip it. Yes, I've got the barefoot action going on again. I was going to show you the ground back there. But it's good, you know, it's a cold morning, but it's not that cold. So, I feel like going barefoot. When I woke up this morning, I was like, I really want to get my feet back out there into the action. So that's interesting. Anyway, before I go on any further, I want to address the individual that bothered to take the time to ring my mother and suggest that I was on drugs. My 83-year-old mother. Whoever you were, you'd really be doing me a big favour if you would unfriend me from Facebook, and do her a favour by unfriending her, because anybody that would take the time out of their day to ring somebody's mother and say something like that really is an unpleasant person, and you're no friend of mine, and you're certainly no friend of hers. You're a nasty person disguising yourself as a friend, okay? There's nothing I've ever said here on Facebook that would suggest I'm on drugs. I'm not on drugs. I drink too much beer. That's a drug, I guess, but that's it. I don't have caffeine, I don't have nicotine, and I certainly don't smoke pot or shoot heroin. Okay, I'm not on drugs. So, do the right thing and maybe give her a call and apologise for what you've said. She's 83 years of age. No parent needs that sort of shit from their friends, okay? Alright, moving on. Today's vlog is going to be about, and I'll do it quick, I won't go on. I mean, I could go on, but it gets boring, I guess. So I'll just try and make it as specific as I can. Today's vlog is about back ache, back problems, back fatigue, bad posture, and similar stuff, okay? I believe, before I go on, let me say I have a diploma in remedial massage therapy. That's not just massaging, it's more technical than that. It's to do with how the muscles work, why they work, and how we can resolve issues through muscle fatigue or muscle overuse or muscle weakness or muscle dysfunction. So I've got a diploma in that, and having said that, I'd like to impart some of my education into resolving or helping resolve back issues that some people may have. I believe this concept is helping me a lot. I've only been doing it for the last month or so, but I believe it's making a difference, a real obvious difference. So I'd like to pass that along for people to try if they've got back issues. And it's a really simple concept. All it is starting to use, or making sure you're using, your glute muscles, your maximus gluteus muscles, maximus gluteus muscles, okay, which is basically your arse muscles. So don't think maximus gluteus muscles, just think arse muscles. That's what I'm talking about here. I think mine were turned off, and there's a name for it. It's called what's it called? Lower cross. It's where the maximus gluteus, or the arse muscles, and the stomach muscles aren't working like they should. So I've started activating mine, and when I say activate, I mean simply tensing them when I go to bend over, or when I go to bend down, or when I go to stand upright. That's all I'm suggesting you do. It's quite simple. There's some exercises you could find on Google to find specific maximus gluteus muscle exercises, I might show one down here, one that I've seen some people use on YouTube, and it looks quite effective. Their butts seem really well developed, so that tells me it works. So that's all it is. And since I've started doing it, I've noticed when I come up from the bend, I don't have that old ache in my back that I used to have. Just going to pull this weed out. I don't have that old ache that I used to have, as well as other things. If I tense my glute muscles when I'm standing, I find it pivots my whole back. My whole back seems to flick up and stand upright. You know, they say pull your shoulders back. It's impossible to sustain that. But when the gluteus muscles, the arse muscles, tuck around the bottom of the tailbone and the back of the hip. So when you contract the arse muscles, they grab that tailbone and the back of the hip, and they pull it back into a nice upright position. So if you grab your tailbone, the muscles grab the tailbone and they seem to flick the back up. Try it yourself. Stand there and clench your ass. Close your eyes. Give yourself time. Relax the torso. You'll find your whole torso wants to come and stand upright and balance, as it should be. When we don't clench our arse muscles, if they're not being activated, what happens is the upper torso is in a position like that. So the muscles are constantly straining to pull your back into an upright position. I'm proposing just clench your ass and pull yourself up, and it damn well feels good. It feels really good. And then you can turn it off and you can relax. You're in an upright position. That's the point. And now you can just sit there with ease. You'll find there's less back strain. Why? Because the muscles aren't constantly trying to pull your back up. Your back's already up. It's been pulled up from the bottom. It's been pulled up and hugged in from those arse muscles. And now you're in a neutral position of a balancing act. And that means less strain on the muscles, which means you can relax more. The muscles aren't being used all day, and it starts to become really good. Also, what I'm doing is when I walk, I'm clenching the arse cheeks, only one at a time, the one that pulls the leg back. I'm clenching that. I'm overdoing it. I'm in the stages of overdoing it to try and get it up here that I've got to do it. And it feels good, and I can feel it really working stuff that's never been worked before. But let me say, I think it's important to do an exercise or two, I can try and show you down here, to get these things firing, as well as thinking about them. But right now, I'm overdoing my arse muscles, probably because I'm talking about it, and I'm walking really slowly, trying to activate them. When I've walked through loose gravel, after getting them stronger and activated, I feel like I own the gravel. You know, that real loose gravel that used to be a problem? Well, now when I walk through it, I feel like like a champion robot just powering through this gravel, simply because I'm squeezing each arse cheek as I walk. The other one cheek turns off so the leg can go out, and the other one turns on to pull the leg back. This is all exaggerated, mind you, but if you're somebody that hasn't had your arse muscles turned on, I think you need to overthink it and overdo it to get it working. Alright, so that's all I wanted to say. Another thing is, they say, yes, what you got to do is lift your legs, bend your legs and straighten your back when you're lifting something. I would say, yes, that's right. But you've also as well, and this is what they've left out through the education, is you've also got to use your arse muscles. And they never mention that. It's all about, bend your legs, straighten your back. But the arse, the glute muscles that attach to the back of the top of the hip and the back of the legs, they are the primary muscle that you've got to activate first. Everything else is secondary when you're bending over. It's all about the arse. If you're not using your arse muscles, you're only using your back. And the poor little back muscles will do the job, but they get tired, they get sore, they get achy. Some people pull their backs out. I did. I've had some terrible back trouble all my life. These days it's so much better because of my education and because of my constant analysis and thinking about how can I improve it. And this is one example. So even if you Google the attachment areas of the gluteus maximus muscles, or the maximus gluteus muscles, you'll see where they attach. And wherever they attach, the muscle's job is to to shrink and tighten when you flex it to pull those muscles together. And in the case of your ass muscles, it's pulling your hip back towards your legs. And that's the action you're doing when you're bending over, or when you're bending over this way, or when you're going down to pick up a box. It's all gluteus, it's all maximus gluteus muscles. And we're never told to fire them or to use them. And it's a big oversight in back pain education. I've started to realise now. I've gathered all this information myself. This is my own analysis based on my education. I haven't picked this up from anywhere, so don't take it as gospel, but I'm pretty sure it would be right. I've been doing it for the last 2 or 3 weeks, and I'm getting really good results. Like when I go down to pick up, say, a pepper shaker from a table, I tense my ass muscles before I go to get it. I keep it, I tense it. As I'm going down, it's tensed, and I picture myself like a big construction crane. And my ass muscles like the hinge of that big construction crane, you know, with the cables. So here's some people, I'll just get off the path a little bit. Come on, love. So I tighten my, I'm going to say ass muscles, so you get it. I tighten my ass muscles before, I mentally tighten them and then physically tighten them before I go down to get that pepper shaker. So I'll give a quick example. Pepper shaker there, me tighten my ass, boom, lower myself down slowly, grab that pepper shaker, keep the muscle tension on, and then using the ass, this is important because I'm feeling it as I'm doing it, using the ass, I'm pulling with the ass to pull myself up. Naturally the back is going to engage, but you've got to engage the ass first. If you turn it off at any of that cycle, you're putting too much strain on those poor little back muscles. And I'll tell you what, it feels good. You just feel like a stronger human being doing it. You feel like you're using your whole body. So for anybody that has back issues, start trying it. At least give it a little go. You're not going to notice much difference initially because the muscles, if you haven't been using them or if the body hasn't been activating them, they've probably wasted away like I think mine would have. And you're not going to feel the difference. But I've noticed over time, over the last few days, I can feel them getting stronger by being used, as well as the exercises I have started to do, I should do more of. You should feel like you got 2 fists pushed into your ass as you bend over. It should feel like there's 2 fists pushed against your ass. That is, that's the muscles under tension. Now, do it again and don't turn your ass muscles on. I'll take her off, I suppose, and don't turn your ass muscles on and go back to your old ways, and you'll notice there is no sensation of 2 fists there. That means your ass muscles aren't being activated when you bend over. So that's how you'll be able to tell whether you do use them or not, okay? What else can I say about it? There were some other things, I was going to write them down, but it's such a beneficial thing. Another thing is I find when I'm just standing there, I'll clench my ass just for the sake of it. It'll pull me into a beautiful posture. My shoulders will automatically roll back, and my legs will want to become dead straight for a while, like dead straight. And it feels good. It feels like there's some relief happening there. I can't explain it. I'm not sure what it is. Maybe it's the knees in the perfect position of being dead straight, and they haven't been for years. But I'm telling you, start activating your glute muscles if you think that there might be an issue, and see what happens. I think this is especially important for people that are a bit overweight like me. Alright, what else? Yeah, I thought of something else. Come here, love, come on. Another thing you can do to support the posture of the back, you know, tensing the glutes, starting at the glutes, grabbing that tailbone, tucking it in, the rest of the spine follows like a chain reaction. Something else you can do to support that is those small rollers at Big W. You can get the big ones, but you better have to start on the small ones first. Start on them, which I've been doing for a while, now and then, just once or twice a week, and now I feel like I want to go up to the bigger one. So start on the small one, use a head support, and the idea is to get that back into a bit better posture because we're hunched over all the time. So those rollers are good, and you just gently go up and down, but be very careful because it's such an uncomfortable position and a vulnerable position initially. So you need to have head support and maybe even somebody there with you to get you off this damn thing. Start on the small one. That's all I can think of in regards to the glutes. Just give it a go. I'm telling you, when I bend down to get things these days, I'll clench my ass before I go even right down to the ground. I'll clench all the way, and it just actually, it's gone from feeling terrible and me not wanting to go and bend over to get something to me being more than happy to go and get something. I feel like I'm in total control of the situation, all because I'm maintaining the tension on those glute muscles, and as I'm coming up, I'm pulling with the arse, I'm not pulling with the back. That's the difference, okay? Old mates can see me talking to myself, probably concerned. I can't think of anything more to say about that other than to give it a go. Start activating the glute muscles. Look at 1 or 2 exercises on them on YouTube. I'll go up here and I'll show you. I'll try and show you the one that I think is quite good. And see. I don't know if it'll pick it up properly, but anyway, stay there. This is it here. Yeah, that's pretty good. Stay there, love. Good girl. This is it here. Shoulders rested. You can do this on the flat ground too. This is probably the next level up. Shoulders rested and only using your ass. Doing extensions. You can get weights and put them here as well. A barbell, hand weights. And try and concentrate on only using your ass. Don't push with your legs on the ground, because that's defeating the purpose, and that'll be your natural instinct. If your ass is turned off, that's what you'll be doing. You'll be pushing with your legs. It's not that, it's pulling with the ass. You've got to try and isolate the ass. Close your eyes, think about it, and enjoy it. Little squeezes, go all the way down if you want to, but just think ass, 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 nothing else. And I tell you what, it actually feels really good because it's an underutilized muscle. Once you start using it, you realize the power and importance of it. At least that's been my experience so far. It's really exciting news. That's why I wanted to share it. Okay? So that's it. Here I am, barefoot. And they're just going to get stronger and stronger over time because they were so weak before. They're getting stronger. I want to get stronger. That's it. I can't think of anything else. There's probably other stuff, but just, you'll find when you tighten your ass as you walk, it brings your whole upper torso. As I did, I started walking then. I wasn't using my ass. As soon as I engaged it, I just felt my upper torso flick up into a proper posture. You know, they're always saying stand upright and pull your shoulders back. The secret and the key is to clench your ass, to activate it and to get it stronger. Not to pull your shoulders back, because if your whole torso is doing that, you can pull your shoulders back all you like. Your torso's in the wrong position. And the good posture, or the root cause of good posture, is starting at the root of the spine, which is the tailbone, which is what the glutamus, the maximus gluteus muscles hug, as well as the top of the hip. They're all there together. Tense them, you'll find your whole torso comes back up. And then when you walk, power through with your ass, when you're in the sand and gravel especially. Alright, so that's that. I'm going to sign off. I just want to add about that previous note that I started the video on. What was I going to say about that? That's what it was. I'm not going to be angry about that. I was angry about it, especially at my age, to think somebody's getting around in the background talking that sort of stuff, especially to my mother, about me. I mean, that's really nasty. Have a think about what you've said. That's really to accuse somebody of being a drug addict or being on drugs to their mother. I mean, what the hell? That is really strange. I'm not on drugs, and you have got a problem. You have got a problem. So I'm not going to be angry about it. I don't want stress in my life. What I would like you to do is apologise some way to her and unfriend me. You know, I think you're best to unfriend me. You're obviously not my friend. You're looking at my post for some other reason, whatever that might be. So, alright, just have a little think about that and do the best that you can do to try and make amends, at least with her. I mean, she's 83. She doesn't want to hear that sort of talk about her sons. You know what I mean? And who are you to do that? You're no friend of hers. Unless she made it up. That's not out of the question. But if it's true, try and make it right, please. You know what I mean? That'd be really nice if you would, because you're in the wrong, okay? Alright, peace out, my friends, and hopefully that was helpful to somebody. Even if it's just helpful to one person, it's been worth it. I mean, I might as well be doing this as not doing it, walking around the park. I enjoy a bit of a chat. And that's the other thing. If anybody's got criticisms, come here, love. Criticisms or ridicule behind my back about posts like this or me walking barefoot, well, who are you? I mean, comments and ideas like that and opinions are designed to kill people's individuality. This is what I was going to say before. Comments and a mindset like that is designed to kill people's individuality. This is me being an individual and expressing myself. We live in a free country. That's okay. That's a good thing. Don't try and squash that. I mean, my God, can you imagine if we were all too scared to express ourselves? And the beauty is these days we can express ourselves on a video and share it with our friends, if they are our friends. And if you're not, piss off. Okay? I'm just trying to be helpful here, based on fucking hard work and education. Thank you. Yeah, I think that's all I was going to say. Alright. I think I'm going to sign off, but I'll press pause for a second. Yeah, one last note about the back. As I'm walking now, clenching my ass, my back actually feels relieved. Using your glutes all the time as you walk and bend, it brings relief to your back. And then when you bend over, it brings relief and assistance, okay? A couple of big dogs here. I better just come here, love. They look friendly enough, but you never know. I've got a little knife in my pocket anyway, in case some shit goes down. They're fine, but you never know, you know, especially in this town. Oh dear. Alright, that's it, my friends. I hope at least one person found this beneficial. That'd be amazing if one person found it beneficial. Alright, peace out. Have a great day.